If you've ever found yourself stuck in a rut or feeling like you're just not improving very well on the drums, one of these three things may be the cause of your problem. Hello everyone, my name is Taylor Edwards. I'm a percussionist and music educator here in Washington State, and I'm so glad you stopped by my channel today. Now, in my drumming career, I have for sure experienced all three of these problems, and still to this day, I sometimes have to remind myself to avoid these common mistakes. I see these mistakes with my students and young drummers all the time. The first big mistake is playing things too fast when you're practicing and not giving yourself enough repetition to actually master the skill. In today's Instagram and TikTok age, it is so easy to be seeking out immediate gratification when you're trying to learn a new skill. All of these short 30-second long videos and fast scrolling have kind of programmed us to forget about actually spending a lot of time on a concept and really digging in deep to master something. When you're trying to learn a new skill, it can be really tempting to play it at whatever tempo you heard this performed at. But as you'll quickly find, this is very difficult to do, and all it really does is cause you to get better at playing it wrong. The brain is very smart, but it sometimes takes the body a much longer time to understand the coordination of what is actually happening. And by slowing something down, you're able to be much more present when you're practicing and think through what is currently taking place when you're playing. This is actually going to make it much easier to play something faster if you're able to play it perfectly at a slower tempo and slowly increase the speed. This will also ensure that you're actually playing whatever you're working on correctly and not developing any bad habits along the way. It takes many repetitions to master something, and you want to give yourself as much help as possible making sure that you're doing positive repetitions of whatever you're working on. So resist the temptation to immediately start shedding stuff quickly, develop a good sense of patience and self-control in your practice session, and make sure you are in control of everything that you're playing and processing what is happening. The second big mistake I see a lot of drummers making is not spending time on the fundamentals. Again, I feel like the Instagram and TikTok generation really has a bad effect on this, where we see all these cool licks and we see all of these finished products and finished performances, but we don't really see all of the practicing that has gone into making sure that that thing sounds really good. By spending time on the fundamentals like your hand technique, your foot technique, your timekeeping, your grooves, listening to different styles, reading music, by really becoming a well-rounded musician, this is going to ensure that you can play almost anything if your fundamentals are rock solid. Now, obviously, we don't really see videos of anyone practicing this stuff because this is not the most exciting content to view or watch. But behind the scenes, all the great drummers are putting in time working on the fundamentals. So instead of just trying to practice whatever the exact lick or fill was you saw on a video, it's way more beneficial to spend time on the things that matter. Spend time on your touch, your hand technique, your control with different rhythms, playing along to a metronome, your macro and micro time, just to name a few examples. Once again, this is not the flashy stuff that's fun to watch, but it is absolutely necessary to make yourself a well-rounded drummer. And it's even going to fast track your learning process of anything you want to learn on the drums. The third big mistake I see has nothing to do with your playing and pretty much everything to do with the way that you approach practicing. And that mistake is becoming discouraged by viewing things online and seeing other drummers that are better than you. There's always going to be someone better than you out there, and one huge benefit of social media is that you're able to be exposed to all of these different styles of drumming and tons of really amazing drummers. But if you let this exposure negatively affect how you view your own skills, that's really going to hinder your drumming progress and take away a lot of your motivation. If instead, when you view a drummer that's really good, you look at them and try to learn from what they're doing and not take anything personally or put yourself down, you're really going to be able to find tons of inspiration to constantly improve upon your drumming. You cannot control how good other drummers are. You can only control how much work you put in and how you develop your skills. So it's far more beneficial to just focus on improving yourself day after day. This is where recording your practice sessions could be really beneficial because it provides immediate feedback of things that you can continue to work on, as well as being able to track your progress over a long span of time to really see what improvements have taken place. And just keep in mind, not everything you see on social media is reality. A lot of these amazing drummers that are posting clips and footage of different licks probably have spent many takes trying to get it perfect and everything look and sound really nice. Focus on yourself and use other drummers for inspiration to help you improve upon what you already know. Once again, I have to remind myself of this one all the time. Even though I've been playing professionally since I was 13 years old, I still have so much to learn, but I am constantly inspired to get better at the drums because I just have such a huge passion for the drums and really love making music. Have you suffered from any of these 3 mistakes before? Let me know down in the comments. I hope you found this video helpful in your practice journey. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.